Hi Aquarius, welcome back. So Aquarius, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with during this time. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so that means the roles can be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Also, my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. So Aquarius, when I was meditating on the overall collective Aquarian energy, I distinctly got the word pearl. And then I saw what looked to be jewelry, in specific a ring, but it doesn't have to be. So that may be of significance for you or validation that this reading is for you. And or the name Pearl, and then it turned into Pearl Harbor. So I'm betting that can't be for a lot of you, but that's the message that I got. So that may be of significance. Now, when I think of like the symbolism of a pearl, I think of wisdom, right? You know, growing older and wiser. Also, you know, the pearl being under such an immense amount of pressure in order for it to become the beautiful thing that it is. So Aquarius, some of you could have felt like you were under water or under an immense amount of pressure, but what's coming out of it is a lot of pearls of wisdom, or your beauty is really shining because of that for some of you, whether you're male or female. Because the second part of that was, at first I saw someone going like this, and then it became clear that someone was putting a crown on, and then literally I saw Rihanna, the singer, and it's the beginning scene of the song Needed Me, which is a really popular song where she's kind of placing the crown back on her head. So definitely check out that song because it's a good one, but it's a little R-rated. But I kind of feel like that's your vibe right now, Aquarius, where it's just like, you know, finding your confidence again, because then I saw someone strutting. So I feel like if you've been in this place of insecurity, and I know that's what the last reading was a lot about, and that's what the energy, just astrologically speaking, was bringing out in a lot of us anyways. I feel that that's totally dissipating. So you might have learned some things about yourself over these past few weeks. You might be getting back into the driver's seat, feeling a little bit more motivated, getting your confidence back, putting your crown back on, you know, and realizing for some of you that you don't need them, they need you, okay? Regardless of who that is in reference to. But that song definitely came to mind and was undeniably playing in the back of my head. So interestingly enough, while I was talking, I got the 10th card out, which is a red carpet up to what? Up to what? Royalty. Royalty. It is a throne. That's so funny. And then this card represents reputation. All right. So almost everything that I got in the guided message, this card kind of sums up. It's about, first of all, achievement. Feeling achievement, career, responsibilities, of course, that comes with career. But it also talks about fame, it talks about notoriety, it talks about standing up for what you believe in, it talks about being an authority, having a purpose, the patriarchy, and your empire. So all of that being highlighted right now. And I have a song in my head, All Eyes on You. Are you ready? So I think that's actually a mixture of two songs. All Eyes on Me, it's Tupac, I know that. And then there was a second part that said, are you ready? So I don't know. Anyways. Let's get into it and see where this is headed. Aquarius. So overall energy is the 9 of Cups here for you, Aquarius. Now it came out in the reverse, so this is kind of the energy I was feeling to start the reading, where it's just feeling like, you know, coming from this space of having a hard time seeing the blessings, you know, in life, and or having the sense of dissatisfaction within your energy. And I feel like that was really heavy in December, heavy energy for the Aquariuses. And then after the conjunction, it's almost like a lift in the energy is coming, especially going into Aquarius season, right? So for some of you, this energy will run all the way into Aquarius season, January, February. So let's see the person that you are dealing with, Aquarius, what is their overall supporting energy? have Mary J. Blige playing in my head, Not Gonna Cry. No, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. I must have some R&B lovers tuning in today. See, I've got Rihanna, Tupac, and Mary J. Blige in the house so far. All right. Not Gonna Cry. That's the name of the song. That's a good one too. That could be for you or the person that you are connecting with. And that's kind of about, well, I know what that song is about. And sometimes it's not, you know, Spirit doesn't always give me songs because lyrically it's perfectly suited for the situation, but more so the mood of the song. And that song, you know, basically Mary J. Blige is saying, you know, I'm not going to shed a tear over this anymore. I gave it my best, and now I'm going to take my pride and walk away. So I feel like, again, Aquarius, that's where a lot of you, you know, are coming from in the energy. That's what I feel strongly. The melancholy energy is dissipating, or the insecurity that was surrounding the situation, and then coming into some new energy as we go forward. So this person I only wanted one card, but they got quite a few out. The Star card, which is your energy, so you're showing up in this person's energy, which means that you're likely on their mind or in their heart, and or just more validation that this is connected to you. So then they have the Angel of Guidance in the reverse, which is the Chariot, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Moon in the reverse. So this is a lot of blocked energy. It's like no progression or no movement forward. This person, you know, kind of forgetting who they are, not being tapped into their spirituality, having a hard time using their intuition, and yet here you are, Aquarius. So when it comes to you, it could be that this person feels like it's a no-go, or you know, they might be getting a little frustrated that things are moving faster in the energy and kind of losing faith because of that. And you know, of course that's not following their intuition, right? Because their intuition, excuse my dog, just hold on a second. Sorry about that, Aquarius. But yes, they're having difficulty following their intuition. Now also, the Moon in the reverse can be secrets coming out or suppressed emotions coming to the surface. But I feel like we'll have to get the rest of the cards out and see. This person is, like I said, hoping for you, Aquarius, or has you heavily on their mind, in their heart, or in their energy. So it's interesting to see all this lack of movement and or, you know, lack of expression of that. But then yet I see, you know, the Moon revealing something. And we just had a full moon on the 29th, okay? So it might be during these next week or two that things really come to the surface, you know, in regards to this connection, but we'll have to see. So let's go into it a little bit further, Aquarius. We're going to go into the recent past energies, and then we're going to go into your perception of this person and how you genuinely feel underneath it all, as well as your hopes and future outcomes, okay, as well as theirs. So on your side, recent past energy for Aquarius, you have the Eight of Wands. All right. Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, Judgment, and the Nine of Swords. Holy cow. So Aquarius, I feel like, you know what? This is you communicating your worth, okay? And not letting yourself get dragged down into the ditch. That's what I feel. All right, so Aquarius, in the recent past, it's almost like kind of popping out. I saw, like, in my mind's eye, I don't know what they're called. They're the animals that pop out of the ground. It's like popping back up from a really low vibrational energy, all right? And letting it fuel your creativity and your self-worth as opposed to letting it suck you in. And I think that's kind of like the approach that you were taking, Aquarius, in the recent past, is to just let go, because I feel like there's a lot of anxiety here. There's a lot of insecurity that was showing up, a lot of what I picked up on at the beginning of the reading. So I feel like, you know, that's the energy you're trying to release or will be releasing during this time frame. And the way that, the quickest way to release that type of energy, Aquarius, is to find appreciation in your current environment. Wherever you are in life, whoever you are right now, finding some appreciation for that will help pull in the energy that you want. So some of you have been doing just that. Others of you, it's like just getting back in touch with your self-worth and letting that fuel your creativity. I feel like, you know, in the past, you might have been manipulated or, you know, allowed someone to kind of pull your strings or trigger you, and maybe even spark your temper. But I feel like going into the now energy, you're kind of releasing that, because I feel it's very stressful for you, right? And I don't think that you really like or enjoyed being triggered like that, which nobody enjoys being triggered, but especially in Aquarius, right? Because you like to have your ducks in a row. You don't like to put it all out there like that. I heard suffering in silence. Some of you may have been suffering in silence, you know, really dealing with some dark emotions of your own, okay? You could have had some codependencies going on, or addictions, or just simply been in that really negative emotional space. And some of you have had to do some shadow work to kind of release yourself from that, or make some judgment calls, you know, in your own life as to what makes you feel the most worthy, what makes you feel the most independent, and, you know, letting go the things that make you feel like you were being held back, okay? So let's see what's going on this person's side here. Also, I just want to mention that, you know, I don't believe in coincidences when I do readings. I do them when I feel called to do them. But it's like, as soon as I sat down to this reading, I had a game plan. And then there's all these distractions going on in the environment right now. So you might have a lot going on in January, Aquarius. You know, a lot of people demanding your attention, or a lot of distractions in your energy period. Because I do feel definitely a little bit even irritated right now. So I feel like when you start to get into the space of feeling irritated, or like you're being pulled in too many different directions, just allow yourself to focus on, you know, whatever's most important in that moment, and keep yourself present in the present energy. And I think that will help you, okay? So let's see this person's recent past energy for you, Aquarius. Oops, I have some cards flipped, but those are not for them. Recent past energy for the person Aquarius is dealing with. So they have the Ten of Swords here. So I like this deck because the Ten of Swords is the butterfly, which has a little bit of a different meaning than like traditional tarot. Then they have the Nine of Wands here. So I feel like this person's gone through some sort of personal transformation in the way that they're thinking about life in general, or the connection. You know, oftentimes traditional tarot talks about betrayals and endings with the Ten of Swords. So that certainly could have been a component within the connection. But I think for most of you that are watching, this is more about this person either taking ownership or needing to take ownership, and going through some sort of personal transformation in their own life. That's kind of allowing them to start over, okay? And find their happiness, or reconnect with their happiness, okay? As I have the Sun here. So I just feel like this person might have went through a lot of painful things in their past that they have learned their lesson within, and or are coming to the realization of some lessons during this time frame. But I feel like they're coming out of the other end in a much better light, you know, than they were in before. I keep hearing the darkness and the light. So I feel like this person has, whether you can see it or not, gone through a lot of changes. And I feel like it's been a lot of hard work, okay? It's been a lot of hard work, but they're going into a much more positive and bright spot leading into this energy. So let's see where this is headed. Now we're going to look at perception. So Aquarius, what is your perception of this person? Now keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder. So it may be your truth, but it may not be their truth. All right? But we'll start there. Seven of Cups, and then I had one fly over there, the Hierophant, the Moon. So there's been some emotional confusion or emotional back and forth here when it comes to the connection. I feel like intuitively, it could be hard for you to pinpoint this person's emotions, all right? Or they you, because this can be vice versa. But I do feel like there is doors opening here, or at least that's how you're seeing it, Aquarius. You know, it's like getting enlightened over the situation, finding enlightenment, getting some answers, all right? I get a sense of overwhelmment, and I keep getting the word irritation, and I'm feeling irritated. So I don't know if like this person irritates you or you irritate them. But I'm getting a sense of irritation here, and it almost makes me, I don't know, it almost brings me out of my higher self energy right now, if that makes any sense. So you could have found it difficult to stay like in a happy or a high vibration when it came to this person or this connection. I actually feel this is past energy, but it could be current energy. Take it as it resonates. There's definitely a differing of opinions here when it comes to how you feel and or how you process emotions, right? Because I feel like there's a blockage in the expression here. And yet, I think, Aquarius, you see a future with this person for some of you, or, you know, you're looking for future commitments, whether it be with this person or not. I feel like this is also being recommitted to yourself and looking to your future, you know, looking towards your new successes. And that's kind of where I got that image at the beginning of the reading of like someone placing their crown back on. So I feel like you're doing some future planning, all right? And it may be in regards to the connection, or it could be totally separate. But I do feel like there's some choices to be made here, and there are a lot of emotions involved, but there's also commitment involved, all right? So I do feel like a careful analyzation going on, careful consideration going on the part of the Aquarian. So see what this person's perspective is of you, Aquarius. 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. That's so funny because I was saying I think that you have differing perspectives. And here you can see there's 2 people facing each other. And interestingly enough, so I know you can't see it very well, but on one person's face is painted half of a butterfly, and on the other side of the face of the other person is painted the other half of the butterfly. So it's like having 2 very different world perspectives, or perspectives of each other, but at the same time, like those 2 different perspectives almost complete the butterfly, the transformation, the change, right? So you might not be as different, you know, underneath it all than you think than this person, or they think of you. I feel like I heard biding time. I don't know if that's you or them, but this person feels like something to do with biding time, like you're taking too much time or someone's biding time. Also, to me, this is like taking count. You know, I'm sorry. I have a few different messages coming through, and they all want to come through at once. So for some of you, it's like this person, they take count, you know, of like every action that you do and every word that you do. It's like very carefully looking at things. And I heard that careful consideration. I felt it was your energy, but it certainly could be them. You know, or it's just like, okay, on this date, Aquarius did this to me, and I will never forget that. And then on this date, you know, like they're keeping like either tabs on you, or they're keeping count, you know, of things that you have done to them. Whether that's good or bad, I can't really tell, but it's a really weird energy. It's, yeah. I think that's why it's hard for me to get my perspective around it. It may be hard for you to understand this person's perspective. And I did see that emotionally they can be confusing to you. But they feel the same about you. They feel emotionally confused by you at times, or that maybe they have some choices as well to make, but confused about what your perspective is on things. You know, and yet here's the Chariot. So, and the Star. So you're showing up in their thoughts. So it's like, Aquarius, this person, they want to be invited to the show. And it's interesting that I got that phrase in particular. It's almost like they want to be invited to your party, Aquarius. Because I feel like this person feels that you're surrounded by a lot of excitement or a lot of people. Although actually I see a lot of almost isolation, at least in the past energy. But it's like they want forward movement here, all right? But then kind of confused as to like how you're seeing things. And then there's a lot of time passing here. And there's like something here about someone keeping tabs, and that's a little weird. Like there's a lot going on in this person's perspective of you. Oh, the life of the party. So they may feel like, oh, okay, and then I heard wallflower. Some of them feel like you're the life of the party, and you know that you don't see them in the crowd, or yeah, and they're, you know, maybe more of like a loner type, or someone who is not so interested in competing or being in the limelight or something like that, okay? So let's go into the emotional space and see how you're genuinely feeling underneath it all, Aquarius. 7 of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Queen of Swords. Magician. So underneath the ego, underneath the perception and how you genuinely feel, Aquarius, this is wow, weird. So I have all by myself. I don't want to be. The song came through so clear. All by myself. Actually, the song is I don't want to be all by myself. Some of you don't. But you may feel alone even in a crowd, which is a very Aquarian-like thing. And that's why they call Aquarians the aliens of the zodiac. I say that with love because I'm an Aquarius. But some of you are fine all by yourself. All right, because that is also from the song from Rihanna from earlier. So I feel like either way, no matter what category you fall into, emotionally, you're looking to invest some more time into yourself, okay? Or need to invest more time into yourself. There's a defensiveness about you, Aquarius, or a bit of a guardedness type of energy. And it's like, just leave me be to do what I need to do. And I feel like you've kind of been in that stance. I keep getting that message for Aquarius in the readings. So I feel like this has kind of been the theme for Aquarians, having some time to really be to yourself, or wanting more time to yourself, or wanting some space or distance, all right? I feel like there's a lot of emotional contemplation going on and a lot of future planning. So even in the emotional space, it's almost like Aquarius, you're kind of playing around with how you feel about something. You know what I'm saying? Like rotating it in your mind and seeing how does that feel. Thinking deeply about something and then paying attention to how it makes you feel when you do that. I think also, you know, there's a lot of focus on manifestation or bringing something to fruition. So emotionally, I feel you're very certain about what it is that you want. And it may or may not have anything to do with this person. For some of you, your sole focus is possibly career or reputation right now. But since this is a you versus them reading, it could be wanting to manifest things in partnerships, relationships, or with this connection. But there's a very distant energy here, okay? And a very solitary type of feeling that I'm getting from this. So it's really interesting, right? Because this person saw you as the life of the party, and here I see you being kind of like a hermit. So I don't know what that's about. All right, so the emotional space, what is that looking like for this person? So underneath their perception, how do they genuinely feel? There is completion here, and there is uncertainty yet cutting something out. So let me see what this is. Judgment. Well, I guess I'm not going to get one more card. I feel like this person, if they have been waiting, Aquarius, for things to change within the connection, or waiting on the sidelines for a few of you, especially if you're not currently in a connection with this person, I feel like I heard time's up. This person is tired of that. They're getting ready to cut that behavior out, or maybe cut the connection out and truly lay things to rest. Yet this card talks about revivals. So that's why I wanted to get a clarifier on that. It's the King of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. So that's very specific, so that's not for all of you. In general, this person is having, waiting for things to change within the connection. A little bit uncertain maybe as to the timing of that. I felt irritation, and I thought it could be your energy, because trust me, you could have interchangeable energy. But I actually now feel it in this person's emotional space. So I think that they're irritated with you, Aquarius. For taking, too long or something to make up your mind, or to communicate, or to move things forward, all right? I feel like this person emotionally, there's a revitalization or a revival. That is the word. That's a very specific word that I heard. And what is being revived here is their emotional stability. Okay, so it's like this person knows their worth as well. All right, they're standing in that security, and emotionally having some new beginnings here, or wanting some new beginnings. All right, with the Page of Wands. But I heard a gentleman and a scholar. I don't know if that's for you or them, but I just feel like this person may be a gentleman and a scholar, or if they're a female, I don't know. A female and a scholar. So let's go into hopes. Ooh. What is your hopes, Aquarius? You have the Queen of Cups here. So this is hoping, to have emotional peace, solitude, rest, comfort. I think that's what you're looking for. And interestingly enough, what is coming down from the heavens? It's a crown. Do you see it? So for some of you, the crown is talking about opening up your crown chakra. All right, getting more in touch with your spiritual self, meditating more, and or strengthening your channel. Okay, but some of my Aquariuses that follow me are very intuitive, and some of you are spiritually awakening during this time frame, so this could definitely be opening up your crown chakra. You might get a lot of intuitive downloads. Your dreams might be speaking to you. You might be hearing things on the radio. You might be getting deja vu, things like that, all right? And now I heard a song. Let the sun falling down on me. Is that Elton John? Let's see what this person's hope is here, Aquarius. Oh my gosh, they have the Queen of Cups. You both want the same thing. See, isn't that what I said at the beginning of the reading? That the perspectives are different, but underneath it all, both want the same thing, So I feel like this person also wants peace, calm, emotional stability. This person may want you to open their heart up to them, Aquarius, or they may want to open up to you, or their heart is wide open during this time frame, okay? So let's look at most likely future outcomes for Aquarius and see where this is headed. Now, keep in mind that all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. I'm just giving you a snapshot. Take it as it resonates. Justice, the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So there's an opportunity here, you know, to have anew, start anew. And that could be with this connection or not. But the past is returning for some of you. All right, so you may have a past person show up during this time frame, somebody that you had a soulmate connection with. There might be another opportunity that's being presented to you or to you, they. And I know most people don't want to hear that. That's like every tarot reading says that, right? So that's not going to be for all of you. Some of you, what is happening is you're balancing out past emotions that maybe had you feeling in the gutter, you know, and wasn't really allowing you to even feel gratitude or grateful for where you were at. Some of you have really been through that, you know, lost your confidence in yourself, all right? And this is you reclaiming your connection with your higher self. And because of that, new opportunities coming in. When you strut your stuff, Aquarius, when you know who you are, what you want comes to you naturally, easily. And so I feel like a lot of you are, you know, getting your crown back. But some of you, it could definitely be reconnecting with this connection. It could be a new connection coming in for others. You know, there's a lot of different groups here, but there's definitely a strong soulmate connection. Now, some of you, this may not be at all related to this connection. You could be reconnecting with a friend or a childhood friend from the past. So let's see what's on this person's energy, and maybe we can narrow it down a little bit. The Moon, the Tower, the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is really interesting to me in this deck because it's actually quite dark. And usually the Ace of Cups is very light. So this person is having to take a look at themselves in the mirror, all right, in the future energy. And I heard mind-boggling. You could boggle this person's mind or they yours. There's some dark emotion here. This is like having a lot of love, but not wanting that, not wanting to feel that, wishing you didn't. You know, this person may wish that they didn't love you so much or wish that they didn't love you, period. And I know that's really harsh to say that, but for some of you, that's the truth because you just confuse this person and you make them question themselves and it disconnects them from their happiness, and yet there is a fixation on you, Aquarius, or an obsession with the connection, and they hate it. They hate love you. And yet they want you to open your heart to them. Kind of hard to open your heart to someone when they treat you like that, okay, or when they feel that way. So that was the most predominant message that came out. I'm just being honest with you. But certainly that's not for all of you. For others, it's just like this person is still needing to reflect on their emotion because they're all over the place emotionally, okay? And or it's just like they're up, they're down, they're all around. They don't really, there's a lot of disorganization going on within the emotional self. And or there might be something shocking here that is happening in the relationship sector within their emotions that's causing them to stop and really self-reflect or really take a look at how they're feeling, right? Then this person goes into the Knight of Pentacles, which is a bit of a stuck energy, right? And I saw that in the beginning of the reading. And what's keeping them stuck is not really having any faith that things are going to move forward. And because they don't have faith that things can move forward, nothing moves forward. But yet at the same time, they're fixated. So that's like the worst emotion. That's the worst thing you could do to yourself, is to want for something and then have absolutely no faith that it's yours. Because it's a complete split in your energy. And now I'm speaking to your cross watcher. Sorry, Aquarius. But in order to correct that, you either have to stop wanting it, which good luck with that, because usually we want things for a reason, but it's possible, and or start to have faith that what you want is yours, whether it be with Aquarius or just in general, you know, love in general, in relationships. And that will move the energy along. So I feel like, yeah, that's what's going to get this person moving forward. All right. One on the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. So on a plus side, this person has more security in their energy. And I felt like that in the emotional space, that they're getting more secure, maybe financially, and that's helping them to feel more secure with who they are. But it could be just more secure with where they stand in general in the connection or in life. Either way, Aquarius, like I said, there is a beautiful connection here coming in, whether it's with yourself, with this person, or another person. It's going to be a little bit different for each of you. So make sure you come back and let me know. But whatever it is that you've been focused on emotionally that you wanted to manifest, that's what I feel is actually manifesting for a lot of you. So continue to keep your vibration high, put your crown back on, and show them what you got. All right. So zodiac signs you could be dealing with. I have Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius. You could be dealing with another Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, could be Virgo. Those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it could be any zodiac sign. These are a general reading, so take it as it resonates, and do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram as well, linked in the description box, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, Tarot Time with Dana. I do go live on Facebook quite a bit, actually, so you can catch me there. Also, if you like my style, not this shirt, but my style in general, you can check out my sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com, and support small business owners. That is also linked down below. And for those who wish to donate to the channel, you can do so by going to the About section. Always appreciated, but never expected. Aquarius, I love you so much. Thank you for coming. Till next time, my friends. Namaste.